Everyone around you seems to have figured it out. You're still here, stuck, behind. They're getting married, buying houses, building careers. You're wondering when your life will actually start. That feeling has a name. It has science behind it. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why you feel this way and what to do about it. If you're tired of feeling behind, hit that subscribe button right now, because we're about to stop feeling behind and start moving forward. First thing you need to understand, you're not actually behind. That's an illusion. Behind compared to what? Whose timeline? There is no cosmic timeline you're supposed to be on. You're comparing yourself to a social construct, not reality. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't know that. To your brain, it feels completely real. This goes back to psychologist Leon Festinger's social comparison theory from 1954. The idea is simple. We evaluate our own worth by comparing ourselves to others. The problem is, we're always comparing ourselves to people ahead of us, never to people behind us. You're 25? You compare yourself to successful 30-year-olds. You're 30? You compare yourself to successful 40-year-olds. At 40, you compare yourself to successful 50-year-olds. It never stops. Your brain is wired to notice what you don't have, not what you do. It's called negativity bias. It kept your ancestors alive. Now it just tortures you. You have a career, but you notice your friend has a marriage. You have a marriage, but you notice your friend has career success. It doesn't matter what you have. You'll always find something you're behind on. The behind feeling isn't a bug. It's a feature of social comparison. This feeling has been studied extensively. Sociologists call it timeline anxiety. Timeline anxiety, the feeling that you're running out of time to hit arbitrary milestones. But here's what they found. The milestones are completely arbitrary. Society made them up. Different cultures have completely different timelines, proving they're not universal truths. Even within the same culture, the correct timeline constantly changes across generations. So what timeline are you behind on? One that doesn't actually exist. Now add social media into the mix. Social comparison on steroids. Before social media, you compared yourself to maybe 20 people you actually knew. Now you're comparing yourself to hundreds of millions of people you don't know at all. And you only see their highlight reel. Never their struggles, never their failures, never their reality. You're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. And everyone else is doing the exact same thing, showing you their highlights, hiding their struggles. That person who looks so far ahead of you, they feel behind compared to someone else. Here's the secret. No one actually feels like they have it figured out. Everyone's just pretending and hoping no one notices they're making it up as they go. The people who look ahead feel behind. The people who are behind feel behind. Everyone feels behind because you're all comparing yourselves to different impossible standards. Social media hasn't just increased the behind feeling. It's created an epidemic. The worst part, the epidemic is invisible. Everyone thinks it's just them. Even the influencer with a perfect life you're envying, they feel behind too. They're comparing themselves to someone with more followers, more engagement, more success. The comparison mechanism never turns off, regardless of how much you achieve. Achievement doesn't end the behind feeling. It just gives you new things to feel behind on. This is why just achieve more advice doesn't actually solve the behind feeling. Because the problem isn't your lack of achievement. The problem is comparison itself. So the solution isn't to achieve more. It's to compare less. There's a deeper psychological issue happening. Comparison creates a scarcity mindset. It creates zero-sum thinking. If they succeed, you lose. Their success feels like your failure. But that's objectively false. Success isn't a limited resource. Someone else's win doesn't subtract from your potential wins. Abundance mindset. There's enough success for everyone, which means you can genuinely celebrate others' success without feeling diminished. But this requires redefining success for yourself, not accepting society's definition. What actually matters to you versus what you think should matter. Psychology research distinguishes between intrinsic and extrinsic goals. Extrinsic goals, wealth, status, image, never actually satisfy you. Because they're inherently comparison-based. You're always behind someone richer, more famous, better looking. Intrinsic goals, personal growth, deep connection, meaning, actually fulfill you. Because they're not comparison-based. You measure against your own progress, not others. It's a shift from am I ahead of others to am I growing, from do I have what they have to am I building what matters to me. This eliminates the behind feeling entirely because you're on your own path. You can't be behind on a path only you are walking. What actually matters is progress, not timeline. Moving forward versus hitting arbitrary dates. Someone who finds the right partner at 40 is ahead of someone who married the wrong person at 25. Someone who discovers their calling at 35 is ahead of someone stuck in the wrong career since 22. The timeline doesn't determine success. The fit does. So stop measuring by age and start measuring by alignment with what matters to you. That's what on track actually means. Aligned with your values, not hitting societal deadlines. So what do you actually do about this feeling? Here are the practical steps. Step 1. Recognize that social comparison is a rigged game and stop playing. Step 2. Audit your comparison triggers. Know exactly what sets it off. Step 3. Unfollow and mute any account that consistently triggers comparison anxiety. Replace them with accounts that inspire you toward your own goals, not accounts that make you compare. Step 4. Set a personal timeline based on your values, not society's milestones. Write down your 3 to 5 core values. Right now, not what you think they should be, what they actually are. Now ask yourself, are my daily actions actually aligned with those values? Step 5. Track your personal progress, not milestone achievements. Journal prompt. How have I grown in the last 3 months? Not achieve, grown. Step 6. Celebrate your wins. Seriously, you're ignoring them. Your brain needs evidence that you're progressing. You need to actively give it that evidence. Step 7. Practice gratitude for what you have right now, not when you achieve more now. Gratitude directly counters the scarcity mindset, and research shows it does this neurologically. Step 8. If you must compare, use directed comparison. Compare to your past self only. The question shifts from am I better than them to am I better than I was. Step 9. Replace comparison with genuine connection. When you actually talk to people, you discover everyone feels behind. The illusion breaks. Step 10. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I'm behind, reframe it as, I'm on a different timeline. Behind implies wrong. Different implies choice and uniqueness. Words matter. Here's something nobody tells you. The behind feeling is actually useful information. It's a compass. Ask yourself, what specifically makes me feel behind? Because that shows you what you actually want. Feel behind on relationships? You want deeper connection. Take one action toward that today. Feel behind on career? You want meaningful work. Take one action toward that today. The behind feeling isn't your enemy. It's trying to tell you something. Start listening. And remember this always. Progress over perfection. Always. One aligned action beats 1,000 perfect plans that never happen. Your life is a unique journey. No one else has your combination of experiences, gifts, and path. And that means your path has gifts and insights that no one else's path has. The detours weren't deviations from the path. They were the path. You're not behind. You're not lost. You're becoming. And becoming requires exactly where you are right now. This moment. This place. So here is the final truth. You are not behind. There is no cosmic timeline. Society invented it. And you've been measuring yourself against a fiction. You are exactly where your unique path requires you to be. Not behind. Not lost. Exactly right. Define your own success. Walk your own path. And stop measuring your unique journey by someone else's map. If this gave you something real, subscribe. Because every week we go deeper into the psychology of living your own life, not someone else's. See you in the next one.